Welcome to the Lot Attendant Training video. We will introduce you to the tasks and responsibilities of a lot attendant, as well as the tools you will need to do your job. The lot attendant's main purpose is to help greet and check in customers for their appointments, receive customer returns, and occasionally assist in payment processing. There are a few main tools that you will need to use every day. Your scanner will be the main way that you help to serve customers and access the parking spaces tool. When working in the parking lot, you must always be wearing a high visibility vest along with your standard dress code attire. When crossing the parking lot, always be aware of your surroundings and ensure that there are no oncoming vehicles before you cross. When lifting items, you should always follow our safe lifting practices and ask for help from your fellow employees if you need a team lift for heavy objects. Always handle items with care and make sure not to damage them or the customer's vehicle while working. If using a cart, make sure not to let it roll away, as it could be a slip or trip hazard. Parking lot layout and customer greeting. To assist our customers, you will first need to know how your parking lot is set up. Every parking lot at Nellis Auction has labeled parking spaces grouped by color, and this will be important for tracking where the customer is and helping get their order brought out to them in a timely manner. The customer will park in one of our assigned parking spaces, and at that point, you will go to greet them and get them checked in through the parking spaces tool. You will be the first employee to greet the customer, and in many instances, you and the loadout employees will be the only staff members to directly interact with the customer. This makes you the face of Nellis Auction for the majority of our customers, and the quality of your interactions with them can make a huge impression on our brand. We should always be approaching customers with a positive and helpful attitude and make them feel welcome at Nellis Auction. Let's watch one of our customer experience specialists working through some common interactions in our parking lot.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to Nellis Auction. Can I get the phone number on the account?
Sure, it's 702-123-4567.
Okay, Mr. Epstein, it looks like you have 6 items for today. They've already been paid for, and they'll be right out shortly. Have a good day.
Thank you. 4567.
Okay, it looks like you haven't made your appointment yet, but I can do it right now. What was the name on the account to confirm?
Yeah, it's Eric Epstein.
Epstein? Okay, you do have 6 items for pickup. Did you want to pick up all of them?
Yes.
Yeah?
67.
Was it for Eric?
Yes.
Okay. And it looks like you have 6 items for pickup?
Yeah, I also have a return.
Okay, can I see it?
Yep.
Okay, and what was the reason for the return?
It's broken, the shelving's cracked.
Okay, and did you want store credit or original payment?
Original payment, please.
Okay. Okay, and then you'll get a refund for that 3 to 5 business days.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, and then for picking up, you have 6 items for pickup. It's already been paid for.
While rare, there may be times that a customer will be disgruntled or frustrated when they arrive and have an issue that they need resolved. Always remain positive and helpful as you try to de-escalate the customer's frustration, and if necessary, enlist the help of a manager in cases where a customer is being uncooperative. Approaching customers with a positive and welcoming demeanor is important, as it will ensure a consistent experience for the customer each time that they come to Nellis Auction, and it will also help reinforce our brand and our expectations of providing excellent customer service. The Parking Spaces tool. Next, we will cover how to use the Parking Spaces tool, which is the main tool you will use when assisting customers. Log into your cargo account, select Operations, and then select Parking Spaces. When you get to this screen, you will see a list of colors, and when you click on one of those colors, you will see all of the parking spaces assigned to that color. This is where you will check in a customer. Select the parking space that they are parked in, and then click the hand symbol, which will allow you to search for the customer. The best way to find a customer's information is to ask them for their phone number. This will be the most unique identifier that the customer can provide that ensures we are checking in the right person. You can also search by their name or Nellis customer ID number if they know it, but our standard is to begin by asking for their phone number. Once you have found the customer in the system, you will be able to either continue checking them in if they already scheduled an appointment, or assist them in creating a new appointment for pickup or returns. Lastly, if you begin a check-in but wish to discontinue it for any reason, toggle the Delete button at the top of the screen and select the parking space transaction that you wish to delete. If you selected the wrong parking space while attempting to check in and you need to change it, select the Move button at the top of the page, select the space you incorrectly put the customer in, and then click on the parking space you wish to move the customer into. Appointments. If you find the customer in the system, but they have no appointments scheduled, you will receive this banner in the top right corner of your screen that will prompt you to create an appointment for them. Clicking that will direct you to the Manage Operational Tasking screen. Here, you will be able to either create a new appointment for pickup, or view and select items that the customer has picked up in the last 7 days that are eligible for return. First, we will review how to create an appointment for pickup. We will later discuss the process for initializing and creating return appointments. If you select Create Appointment, then you will be taken to a screen showing all of the items eligible for pickup for that customer. By default, all of the items will be highlighted to be added to an appointment. Verify with the customer if they are ready to pick up all of the items that they have recently won. If they say there are specific items that they cannot pick up, such as a large item that won't fit in their vehicle, then you can click on that item and the blue line on the side of the item will go away, indicating that the item is no longer going to be added to the appointment you are creating. Complete the selection of items, and then hit the Create Appointment button, which will take you to the next screen, allowing you to select a time. Select Now, and then click the Create Appointment button at the bottom of the screen to officially create the appointment. Once you have created the appointment, you will be automatically redirected back to the Parking Spaces screen for that customer, which will now show you the appointment and its status. Here, you will see the customer's name, the status of the appointment, and the status of payment. The appointment status will indicate how close the order is to being ready for the customer. The majority of orders will show consolidated if the customer made their appointment ahead of time, and this indicates that their items have already been picked and are ready to be brought out to them upon completion of check-in. If the order is not ready yet, you will see a Being Picked status instead, which means it will be a few minutes before the customer's order will be ready. You will also see the status of payment on this screen. If the Paid button is gray, this indicates payment is still required. If the Paid button is green, then it means payment has already been completed. If payment has not been received yet, you will need to complete that before completing check-in. We will discuss how to take payment in the next section. Lastly, on the far left side of the screen, there will be a shortcut button that can redirect you to the appointment creation screen in case you need to schedule more appointments. If the customer appointment has been successfully created and payment has already been provided, you will now be able to hit the green Complete Check-in button, which will conclude your role in the check-in process. Payment. If you see that the Paid button is gray in the Parking Spaces tool, that means we have not received payment yet from the customer, and you will need to take payment at that time. When clicking on the Payment button, you will be redirected to the payment form. Once you have submitted payment, you will once again be redirected back to the Parking Spaces screen, and you will now see that the Paid button has turned green, which indicates payment is complete. The Complete Check-in button will also now be available. Hit that button, and you will have successfully completed check-in for that customer, allowing you to move on to the next customer to assist. Customer returns. If a customer has items that they wish to return, you will need to assist them in creating a return appointment and receiving their item virtually into the system. Items are eligible for return up to 7 days after pickup. If the customer wishes to return an item older than 7 days, you will need to direct them to a manager to further assist them. Check the customer in the same way you did for pickup, but when you get to the appointment creation prompt, you will select the red Mark Eligible Items for Return button, and a screen will appear showing all of the items that a customer has purchased in the last 7 days that are eligible for return. This will allow you to initialize the item for return, which is required before you can put them onto a return appointment. From here, you'll need to select the item or items the customer wishes to initialize for return, and then hit the red Mark for Return button. Once complete, you'll be redirected to the appointment creation page. You will then select the Returns Pending tab and select those items you just initialized to be placed on a return appointment. From there, you can create an appointment the same way as we showed earlier, and when you are redirected to the Parking Spaces tool, you will now see a Return button instead of a Paid button. Click on that Return button to be taken to the Return Receiving form. In this form, you will have the opportunity to add a new inventory number to the item if the original is damaged or missing. Next, you can select the reason that the customer wishes to return the item from the drop-down menu. You can also put notes in to further explain the reasoning behind the return if the customer wishes. After that, you must select the suggested refund method, which is based on the customer's preference. You can either select the original payment method the customer used to pay for the item, or store credit if the customer chooses. Make sure to ask the customer what their preferred refund method would be before selecting an option. While you will not be completing the refund yourself, making the selection guides the employee who takes care of the refund to the correct option. Before submitting the return, make sure that you have the correct item in hand, and if you have any concerns about the accuracy or condition of the return, take it to a manager for further assistance. Conclusion. You are the first person to see and interact with the customer, and your ability to use the Parking Spaces tool will help you to quickly and efficiently assist the customer. Even more important is the quality of service you provide to our customers. The biggest advantage that Nels Auction has against our competitors is the customer service that we provide. More than any other auction house, we take pride in providing a seamless experience to our customers from the website to pickup, and the way you interact with them has a huge impact on our brand. Take pride in being the face of our company and do your best to make customers feel welcome and satisfied with their experience.